Hello, today we're here with the inventor of Anchor Saver, Peter Weinstein. Peter, first question I want to ask you is, how did you develop Anchor Saver?
I've lost anchors and rode, and 4 years ago I lost 2 sets in a period of 2 weeks. That convinced me that there had to be a better way. The better way turned out to be a flash in the middle of the night, which turned out to be Anchor Saver. And then I developed the very first product, which was a mid-link connection. And this mid-link connection basically is designed for boats that smaller boats that throw anchors overboard, and it works very effectively.
You know, I've used tie wraps in the past to do something similar. Why would I choose Anchor Saver over tie wraps?
Well, having used tie wraps for 30 years, I'm pretty familiar with them. They work on smaller boats. When you get into larger boats, then you're dealing with the fact that tie wraps fail unpredictably. They're affected by the environment, where Anchor Saver is much more predictable. It won't fail unless you achieve a certain degree of pressure put on the field shear pin to make it fail. So you really can't compare tie wraps and Anchor Saver.
Okay, so what is the concept behind Anchor Saver and how does it work?
Well, Anchor Saver is a concept that's comprised of a lot of different elements. All had to be developed and synchronized to work together. You have basically you have a shackle with a specific size hole that attaches to a release bar that's designed for the shackle, and then you have a release pin that has shears that have been developed for different size boats and to break at different levels, obviously. So these are the components that along with the cable that we're using on the latest product, that Anchor Saver consists of. The key to our system is a concept that I created called indirect pressure. When you are anchored and you have your normal 5 or 7 to 1 scope out, there is no pressure on this release pin. All of the pressure is running down the road through the cable to the crown of the anchor, guided along the shank. The only time there becomes pressure on this pin is when you bring the boat directly over the anchor. As you can see, now the cable is loose and there is 100% pressure on the pin.
Okay, so when I'm stuck, how do I get my anchor back?
Well, when you're stuck, we have a recommended procedure. The first thing that you need to know when you're stuck is what is the direction of your anchor set, and that's extremely important. You then move the boat so the anchor is directly below the bow. Remove the rope from the bow pulpit and attach it to a cleat, either a port or starboard. Once it's secured to the cleat, you then move the boat deliberately forward in the direction of the anchor set, and that increases the pressure on this shear pin. It gets tight, 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 pop. You feel it at the helm. This pin will break. Once the pin breaks, it separates the release bar from the shackle, and the boat's going forward removes the anchor from its obstruction. You don't lose your shackle because the stainless steel wire tie is attached and prevents you from losing your shackle. Once you bring your anchor back on board, you simply take a new release pin with a new lock nut, put your lock nut on, and you're back in business.
Does Anchor Saver work with any kind of anchor, or what kind of anchors will it work with?
Anchor Saver works with most anchors that are on the market today, plow and fluke anchors, everything from Delta through CQR, Rockna, Fortress, and all the anchors in between, every combination of which there are many of the plow and fluke type anchors.
And how about sizes of them?
The interesting thing about our new concept is that it is adjustable so that one cable will handle a variety of sizes, and we are now going from anchors that are in the 14-pound category up to the 100-pound class of anchor.
So if somebody wanted to get your product, where would they go to find your product?
In marine dealers across the country.
Very good, Peter. Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.